everyone, it's Kelly here again and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my June bullet journal setup. Now I missed 1 month. I actually missed the month of May and I didn't do a bullet journal setup in May, mostly because there were some things in my family going on and we had some health issues with my cat, and that is why I decided to just skip on May altogether, because it was, well, basically a very hard month for my entire family. So like I said, we had health issues concerning our pussycat. His name is Mishu and he is 12, no, he's not 12 years old, he's 5 years old. I don't know what I'm talking about, but he is now 5 years old and he had a major health scare, actually a few, and we almost lost him on 2 separate occasions from April to May. He is fine now. He has finally started recovering. He is calm and hopefully he will be just getting better and better, but that is the reason why I decided to make my June setup completely dedicated to him, and I just drew all these kitties that are supposed to be him. They actually do look like him and they're in some typical cat poses that I'm sure anybody who's ever owned a cat or seen a cat online or live, you know the kinds of poses that they take. So I will include some pictures as well here on the screen, just so you can see what I was kind of going for, especially on the second page where I do my overview of the month, and I drew my cat in the left bottom corner, and I used the reference a picture I have of him, and I think it turned out very similar to what he actually looks like. Of course, a very cartoony version of him, but I am very happy with how all of the kitties turned out. And yeah, so if you've been following my channel for the last couple of months and you've seen my other setups for my other months, you know how I usually do this. I do it very simple and very just not too detailed and not too just, with too many stuff and too many panels. I don't do weekly setups. I find them just not useful for me and they take up way too much time that I typically don't have. So I just do the overview on one side. Here you can see me finishing it off. I actually started adding, except my to-do list and my overview of the month, I started adding books that I'm currently reading or I want to read during the month, and also movies that I want to see. And on the side next to it, I do a bigger calendar where I write in all of my important dates and just events that I have happening. And that's basically it. I don't do way too much, just the to-do list and some movies and books. And of course, if there are some events during the month like birthdays or name days or any kind of holiday, I also squeeze it in the tiny calendar on the left. Here you see me just add a few paws in, a few cat toys and some cat food and some water and tiny little balls, just so you get the idea that these pages are actually the home of a kitty. On the other side, I did my habit trackers, and this time I did something very intricate. This is probably the hardest thing that I've ever done in a bullet journal. Hard, I mean maybe for recreating. Basically, I did this huge ball of yarn and I sectioned off 30 pieces of that yarn, and those are actually my 30 days, and I color coordinated each and every habit that I want to track with a certain color. And what I end up doing when I add in the habits and what I did during the day, I actually just add, I color a section of the yarn in a certain color, and that's basically how I track them. It turns out very colorful, and the piece of yarn, the ball of yarn, is actually really cool. I am very happy with how that turned out. I've been meaning to do more interesting designs in terms of my habit trackers, just because before I used to use just a normal grid paper, and I wouldn't draw anything on it. So now I'm trying very hard to just do something a bit more and something interesting and something different every month. On the right side, you see my social media trackers, where I track my Instagram, my Twitter account, and my YouTube accounts. And it's very simple. I just keep track of how many posts I do this month and how many subs and views I get each month. And it's very helpful if you want to keep it month by month, and if you want to compare as well with previous months, because in the little circles that I colored in gray, I add at the end of the month how much I gained or lost in terms of subscriptions and views. And yeah, so that's basically it. My last page is just a brain dump, and I type in some quotes and things that made me think during the month, and just a few little paws on the bottom, and that's about it. So these are some still shots or moving shots from the setup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I'll be able to upload some more videos coming these next couple of weeks. And if you do recreate this, be sure to send me some recreations on Instagram. My handle is down below. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!